Hello guys, and welcome to my first ever Destiny guide video. In this video I'll be telling you how to get to level 30 and above from level 20 and what to do once you hit level 20. What is the main thing you have to do to go about getting that sweet exotic. Right now I have a level 29 Titan and a level 30 Warlock. Currently have an exotic on the Warlock, not on the Titan I'm using currently in this video. Now, if you're surprised by this map, you haven't played Destiny in a while, you just picked it up. This is, I believe, one of the House of Wolves maps. So they're playing on Control. Pretty nice. And I'm currently, right now, you don't see it, but throughout the gameplay, you'll notice I'm using two legendaries, which are Ill Will and the Matador 64. I think it's 64. I don't know. It's a number. The Matador shotgun, and I even have my heavy. I don't get to use it. I don't think much in this, but even my heavy is a legendary. I have legendary, and then I have legendary gauntlets, legendary boots, and legendary chest plates, and I'm level 29. Now I'll tell you why I'm only level 29 where I should be at 30. Anyway, I'll tell you that, of course, later. Now you're going to go about the two main tracks, the ways to get legendaries. Exotics are a different thing. There's only one sure way. Well, no, there's not one sure way, but for non-DLC owners like me, who have waited to pick up the DLC, there's only really one surefire way to get exotics. So stay on the legendaries for now, and then I talk about the exotics towards the end of this video. So there are two ways to do it. The first way is through the factions. Now, when you get to level 20, the first thing you need to do is find a faction you like, and you get either the mark, the bond, or the cloak for it. And after you get the mark, bond, or cloak, what you gotta do is start earning rep for it. And then when you start earning the reputation for it, once you get to level rank 2, you can start using crucible marks to buy. You start using crucible marks to buy legendary gear. Right, so what you want to do now, I'm gonna help you pick out your favorites, not your favorite, the faction that will work the most for you. Right now, each faction gives you kind of a perk to your stats. There are three main stats, and that is intellect, strength, and discipline. Discipline, it speeds up your grenade cooldown. Intellect speeds down your super cooldown, and strength decreases your melee cooldown. Right now, you can ignore the factions and simply level up Vanguard, which will level up all of those stats evenly. But in the end, it is much better to pick one that will heavily support two of the three stats, if that's the two that you use. Now, I picked the Future War Cult, which gives you a boost to intellect and discipline. That's what the gear does. So that means I have a faster super recharge and faster grenade recharge, and I use both of those. Now, my second option would be intellect and strength, which is the new monarchy, and they have that. Now, the Dead Orbit does not have as faster super recharge. It has faster both strength and discipline, meaning melee and grenade. So if you actually rely on your super and you want it to recharge as fast as possible, you have to stay away from Dead Orbit and go towards either Future War Cult or New Monarchy. Now, like I said before, you have to be rank 2 to get your gear. To buy any gear, you have to be rank 2. And I just denied that guy the use of heavy armor. Anyway, so you have to be rank 2, and that's not really an easy thing to get. I mean, no, technically it is easy, but it's just simply time consuming. That's really the only problem with it. Now, what you need to do is, once you buy the mark, bond, or cloak, you put that on, and then all reputation you earn for anything will immediately go to that faction. Right now, the best way to level up is to do bounties, and you keep doing do all 5 bounties a day, or 3 to 4. You just do all the bounties that you could possibly do. I only do the crucible bounties, which is why it probably took me longer to get it, but crucible bounties are usually noticeably easier, like kill 25 titans. One of some Vanguard bounties are like finish a strike without dying. I mean, you can do that on a really easy strike, but that's not fun. So I don't know. So once you get to rank 2 and level up bounties, the first thing you make sure you must be wearing the mark, bond, or cloak when you turn in the bounties to get that to the faction. And also, I suggest wearing them at all times because you get like 12 reputation at the end of a Crucible match. I think 12 to 15 depending if you win or lose. So keep that there for that like tiny bit of reputation. Now 1,500 reputation, you become rank 1. 1,750, like another 1,750 for a total of like 3,000 something. 3,250. Yeah, total 3,050. You can start buying legendaries from there. Now, the way to buy the legendaries is through Crucible marks, and if you kept doing all the bounties and you did it, by the time you rank 2, you should have 150 marks or somewhere around there. Just keep playing Crucible. When I was playing, it was much more difficult when I got my first 2 legendaries, because back then it'd be 3 marks for a win and 2 for a loss. Now it's 6 for a win and 4 for a loss, so it's much easier to get your Crucible marks now. So you do that, and then you 75 marks for a chest piece, a gauntlet, and boots, and 120 for a helmet, and 150 for any of the weapons. Right, and then, don't stop leveling up after rank 2, because at rank 3 and every rank afterwards, will give you, the faction will give you a free legendary weapon or armor piece that you can use, right? So yeah, never stop, unless you want to try out like new perks, see which one's better for you. But keep leveling it up, because they'll give you free legendaries. I actually got the heavy that I'm using in this video from that. Right. So now the light distribution, kind of how light, like, mine was a lot worse when I got my first 2 legendaries. Because before House of Wolves, legendaries you bought were started at 24 light, and they could be leveled up to 32. And if you want to get it past 26, you're gonna have to use ascended material, and this material can only be picked up from raids and high difficulty strikes, and most of the time you're not high enough for that level. But thank God, after post House of Wolves, once that came out, all gear you buy from the faction vendors is automatically at the max of level 36, and there's no ascended gear required. You don't even have to level it up. All you do is buy some perks, which is like faster reloading. That's it. It's already at max 36, so everything's a lot easier for you. Now the new max for the exotic is 42, and for the last 2 levels, for 41 and 42, you need to get exotic shards, which can be bought in 2 ways. You can buy them with Motes of Light, which we'll talk about that. Oh wow, it's like a post-mortem triple down right there. Motes of Light, which we'll talk about, and they're probably your best friend for getting exotics. So an exotic shard, either you dismantle an exotic, or you buy one with Mote of Light. I think Mote of Light, I mean, that's what I saw last time, from Zur. Now, I'll explain about Zur a little bit more later. So now, so if you have any old purple legendary gear and you don't want to waste 75 marks to buy a new one, you could always get Etheric Light, and that will, you use Etheric Light and whatever material your wow, I missed that so bad, and whatever material that piece of armor or weapon requires, and then it will automatically take you from the old light level to the max of the new light level for the either legendary or exotic. Right? Now, the only way for non-DLC users to get it, sorry, the only way for non-DLC users to get the Etheric Light is by doing by the Nightfall, yeah? Is by doing the Nightfall. Other people who do it on at TLC, you can get it through the Prison of Elders and the Trials of Osiris, but I mean, that's kind of difficult. Trials of Osiris and Prison of Elders. Well, Trials of Osiris, you can, Prison of Elders, you can do, with a group of friends pretty easily, and you can get Etheric Light from there. But Trials of Osiris, there's no point, because everybody right now is 34 and 35, and Trials of Osiris has level advantages, as I said before. So, I mean, an overview of the faction track, the track you can take with factions, is within roughly 2 weeks of completing every bounty of the day, or maybe 1 week if you do all the Vanguard bounties, do like all of them. Within 2 weeks you'll have 200 marks, and you can buy 2 pieces, you can buy 2 pieces of armor, and you buy 2 pieces of armor and you have 50 left, and then you can just keep grinding out marks to get more pieces of legendary armor. Now, you can get to, I do believe you can get to level 30 just by getting all legendaries. Level 30 to, no, not even higher. Yeah, I think you can get to level 30 or 32. Not 32, 30, 31 with all legendaries, you know. And yeah, so keep grinding marks for gear after that, and then you can just buy the gear, you know, pretty simple. Now, next one, track is through Zur, and Zur, for anybody who does not know, he is the mysterious vendor that appears from Fridays to Sundays in a different location every week in different location, and different stock every week. He accepts, let's see, he only accepts strange coins and motes of light, right? Those are 2 things. Now strange coins have a medium rare chance at being in an engram or a crucible drop. I've had strange coins drop in a crucible match, but I'd never gotten it after the House of Wolves. I kept getting other things, and you can engrams. Sometimes engrams will decode for that. Right? Now, the mode of light, it's pretty easy. Now, every time you hit a certain amount of XP, instead of leveling up because you have light level, it will simply give you a mode of light. Now, that's pretty easy to get from a random drop in an engram, because I've got like 20 motes currently from drops, right? And that is not really something that is difficult. And we can buy with these. The strange coins, you can buy exotic armors and weapons. The cheapest is 13, and you can go up to the 20s and 30s for strange coins. Now, the only way to get strange coins is you have to do the weekly heroic, and the amount of strange coins you get depends on the difficulty you get, right? I mean, not difficulty, you get the difficulty of the weekly heroic you're doing. The max difficulty is 30. At 32, you get 9. At 30, you get 6, and at 28, I think, you get 3, right? And when the cheapest is 13, and you can only do it, you can only earn the strange coins from the heroic once a week. And that's it. Then you have to wait for the reset, so it's a lot more difficult. Now, the stock, what he has in terms of armor and weapons, changes every time he shows up, right? Now, motes of light, now for 23 motes of light, which is a pretty small number if you have a lot of motes of light, like me, I have like 24 right now, and most of them from drops. The only way you can buy them for 2 strange coins for 1 mode of light rate, 2 strange coins, 1 mode of light, and you can do that, but it's mostly I got it from drops. You can buy an exotic engram. Now, there's one huge flaw with this exotic engram, and that it does not guarantee, not at all guarantee the class that exotic will be, which is why I had to switch to Warlock after I opened an exotic engram with my Titan, and it gave me an exotic for my Warlock. Now, a big note about exotics is that you only wear 1 exotic armor piece and use 1 exotic weapon piece at a time, so you cannot have more than 2, right? So it's much easier to get it through the exotic engram, but once again, the class is not guaranteed, so it is a kind of a problem. Now, but this also there are no weapon engrams as far as I'm aware. There are no exotic weapon engrams that you can buy. It's, I think, mostly armor. So if you want weapon, you're gonna have to, once you get to high enough level, you will go to the heroics, do on hard, and just grind for the strange coins and see if you get some in drops, because nothing is left to chance. When you use the strange coins, you buy what's there, you buy what's in his you buy what's in the stock. Now, the final way for this is the random loot drop, the RNG system, right? Random number generator. Now, I've gotten 6 legendary weapons in the space of 1 week from the RNG system, and 1 legendary gauntlet from a blue rare engram. which is like less than 1% chance. And this is all chance. And I mentioned this last because the chances of you getting this are low, so you should never ever put your bets on getting something from this ever. There's a chance to getting them. Like I've gotten 2 Ill Wills, 2 fusion rifles, and 2 of the same shotgun, which is 6. Is that 6? Yeah, that's 6 legendaries within the space of 1 week. 1 of each weapon on the character. And so while it can happen, you should never ever rely on it happening. Now here you see my Titan with 3 legendary, with full legendary weapons and legendary. You see my light level is 29, right? And that's the mark that you get for buying it in the faction. Now, right now, Ascendant Shard, I just added that from my app. So Ascendant Shard, you used to need to use them to level up. You don't really need that anymore. But yeah, you used to need to have to use this stuff to level up. Now, helium filaments, you also need those. By the way, I suggest using the app for moving things around the vault. It's very, very useful. Now, Aetheric Light can be obtained from Nightfall Strikes, Prison of Eldors, or in the Trials of Osiris. So, only one way you can get them without DLC, and that can upgrade that from whatever light level it is to 36 immediately, right, to the max light level account. So really, I don't think there's anything else to say about that. It's pretty nice, I guess. I mean, I got these from I got these from the Future War Cult. I bought them from that, and that's 27 lights. Started at 24, maximum of 33. Sorry, not 32. I said 32 before. 33. This is the Imminent War Plate. It came with a max of 36, and that's it. It just came with 36. No level up for that, right? And then Astral Lord Gauntlets, 26 to 30. Sorry, 24, 26 to 33. See, so it's much better to, if you have them, instead of using Aetheric Light, just discard these and buy other ones. Now here are my weapons. I have that I picked up from RNG. All of these, sorry. My heavy amp weapon I got from Ganked to rank 3. Now see here, get strange coins depending on difficulty. And sorry, the lowest is 26. Now this is, you can also get raid set gear and ascendant materials from the raid, and can also get it from doing the weekly, the heroic story on the 2 highest levels. Whoops, 2 highest levels. That's another way to get the ascendant materials. And really, that's about it, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, simply put it down in the comments below, and I will try to help you to the best of my abilities. And make sure to be on the lookout for my video, which is going to be discussing the new, the all-new, the epic Taken King. I'm going to be talking about the races they have, the new race they have, or the new enemy, basically. The new enemy they have, the new subclasses, and the new raid, and what it means to Destiny. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that, and bye!